Time to check out a new truck. Half-Fast Gaming's Project 3XX. Let's do this. Hey guys, Clumsy here and welcome back to ATS. It's been a while since we checked out a new truck, so I figured it was time. I've seen this a couple of weeks back. People have been sharing this over at the Discord server and I wanted to check it out. So finally, here we are. A couple of different mods playing together here. So let's get started in this mod spotlight video. So as always, we go to the truck dealer, the mod dealer, and we get access to the Peterbilt Project 3XX. It's only one variant here, which makes things simple. But simple is not the word I'd use to describe this mod in particular, because it is, how would I say, comprehensive. So many different options and so many different trucks included. And just a disclaimer, as you guys might know, I'm not familiar with American trucks. Actually, I'm not familiar with trucks, period. So I'm not sure what the different numbers should stand for, the different models, where they are used, how they combine with each other. So I'm just going to base everything based on feel, okay? Because one particular characteristic of this mod is that it gives you access to the different Peterbilt truck models by changing the hood mainly and the different parts as well. So like you can see here, you can make it a 357. If you change this one, a 377. So it changes completely the look of the truck by changing the hood like so. Yeah, quite amazing. I'm particularly fond of the 357 here. I don't know, seems very boomish is how I would describe it. But anyway, so couple of different options, custom bumpers and everything. Even the paint jobs are quite creative. If you look at the color names, copperhead pearl, orange pearl, couple of lined paint jobs as well. So many things to choose from, even from the base. But I'm sure there are a couple of paint jobs custom already in the Steam Workshop here. By the way, you can download this from the Steam Workshop. As always, all the links are in the mods list, link in the video description. Okay, so you can choose whichever color you prefer, and you can choose between day cab or a sleeper, and with varying sizes. Yeah, the chassis is also quite customizable in terms of color and the chassis options as well. But what I like in particular, in addition to all the customizations, as if that wasn't enough, with this Project 3XX by Half-Fast Gaming, is the add-on by Deezle. It's the truck and trailer add-on mod. Makes it a rigid chassis. So you can choose this one. If you put a day cab in here and choose a 6x4 tanker, for example, that's my setup right now. And then you are presented with a rigid chassis variant, which means you can go for a tandem setup or a double or triple trailer with dolly. But this just makes the entire landscape different from the usual semi-trailer config that we are used to. And we don't get a lot of these in ATS, so this is a very welcome change. So thanks a lot, Deezle. Thanks a lot, Half-Fast Gaming, for your amazing mods out here, which livens up the ATS world. Now, in terms of engines, I believe all of these are Krishboms. It says so in the credits at least, and I see some of the familiar icons here. Cummins N14, Cummins M11. M11 is what we'll be using in our test drive for today. Retarder is pretty standard. Couple of different options, 10, 13, 18 speeds. There's only one option for the day cab, but you can change the colors. Later I'll show that, okay? Panther Pink. Oh my goodness. Let's pick something safer maybe. Brown line. I chose the red one. I don't know. I just like the red. Pick the different red. Dark red metallic, that's not really red. The Matador red, yeah, that's the one. Beautiful. Mixture of paint and chrome parts, I think work really well. So many different customization options here with the base truck itself, even without the rigid chassis add-on. Tank steps, old steps, D3D. What does D3D stand for? When I see D3D, I think of direct 3D, but that probably means something different. D3D old. So, whoa. Okay, must have done something humongously wrong there. Some parts don't play well with each other, but some do. Okay, there you go. So you'll have to fiddle it with yourselves, but there is a lot to choose from. There's even a half-fast gaming emblem in here. And different meshes. So I won't go through all the parts, but just to give you an idea of what it's capable of, right? Light adapters and all that stuff. So many different stacks available here. Short pipes. Remember, there's a D3D OG, which I particularly like. This is very nice. Fenders are also available. And there's one for the rigid chassis as well, 6x4 fenders. But this one, we need to get it back to the tanker option. 6x4 tanker, that's the one. There you go. Even that on its own already looks pretty cool, right? Goodness. Now I'm not sure if that bumper matches though. Let's just make it a custom bumper, like so. Back here you can change stuff, but usually for tanker, I think it's only blank that's compatible. This one will overlap a bit. You can see it's not really compatible. So it's just blank if you're using a tanker setup. Anyway, let's skip to the other parts. Air filters. Oh, lots to choose from here. From honeycomb breathers to chrome and painted ones. With lights, without lights. Choice is up to you. There's even an option for, where was that? They call it chops. Not a fan, but it does provide more options for our very creative-minded folks here in the community. Yeah, but it's amazing. Simply amazing. With all the different parts you can fiddle with. I remember there are even the tires, which normally isn't included. There's even an option here, I think, with a cap. Let me see, yeah, that one. D3D exclusive. I think so. Let me just double check that is indeed from this mod. Yeah, right. So even the hub covers are included. Right, so with that kind of setup, the next thing you would look for, if you're looking for a rigid chassis, is you need a specialized trailer, a full trailer, and a dolly. So if you go to the trailer purchasing screen here, you'll see a couple of different funny looking trailers, just the dolly. Let's look over the short tanker. And if you go to the website of in the SCS forums for this rigid chassis add-on, you'll see some instructions. There's a video there provided by Deezle himself. And apparently from here, you need to go and pick pop or pop doubles. Because if you stick with a single, then you're going to be left with just the dolly itself, no trailer at all, and you won't be able to find any jobs, and it will look pretty funny. That's what happened to me the first time because I wasn't watching instructions. So select pop. And from here you can choose if you want a logger, a short tanker, a long tanker, a flatbed aluminum, or a sliding tarp, a normal one. A box trailer. Kinda-ish. So we go with tanker, and because we are in Reno right now in Nevada, we are going to check out more of Sierra Nevada. We can go with pop doubles where it's legal in Nevada, and that just looks like a beast. Yeah, so that's how you make it. And so I go back to the main screen. We have a very short trip today. How far is it? Only 40 miles. Very short trip from Reno to Carson City. We'll be passing by the funny looking Reno airport here, which is, I'll point it out later. But yeah, this is Sierra Nevada. This is part of the remake in Sierra Nevada mod, which I featured last week, I think. Yeah, we'll just do a test drive. But that's how the truck is looking. Doesn't that look magnificent? Yeah, it's been a while since we've driven a truck this long. Alright. Let's hear the engine. Crish boom. Can't go wrong with crish boom. I particularly like the Jake brake sounds. So let's go with that. Oh, the interior. I wasn't able to show you the difference. But yeah, you can go and pick a CB radio. Although admittedly the textures on the CB radio is not the best. It's a bit blurry even at 1080p. The panel here, the texture, I think this is called bear claw. This wooden type feel, but you can change it to aluminum, black, paint. You have a GPS option in there. And I think there's also a sizzle cabin accessory option, but I didn't download that one. That's a separate file from the mod. I also like the dials here. You can see the engine oil temperature is actively changing, even the miles per gallon there. Although the textures are not the highest res, I notice. It's a bit blurry at 400, even at 400% scaling. Or maybe it's because of 400% scaling. It's a bit blurrier, but you can still read it pretty well. Dials are all working. Yeah, no complaints here. Looking good. We need lights? Not really. But it's nice to have a different truck every now and then. And a traditional long-nosed American truck is something that I'm starting to miss. Because I've been driving an ATS2 so much. Alright, continue. By the way, I forgot to show you the number of triangles, huh? In terms of optimization, this is not SCS quality. Sorry, I'll have to go back a bit because I forgot to mention this one. If I go and enable the mini console, just so we'll see the number of triangles here, you'll see that the triangle count is 816,000. And that will change depending on the variant you choose. If you choose that rigid chassis, it will be a bit higher, like 1,000,000. The ideal number of triangles is around 200,000, 200 to 300,000. That's like what I would call SCS level of optimization. This one is 800, 700 to 1,000,000, which is not bad. It's just not perfect. So I would say it shouldn't be that big of a deal. It's not like Frank Peru level of high triangle count. So inside you get 2.4 million. It's a bit on the higher side, but nothing that should detract from performance unless you have a potato PC. Yeah, so all in all, it's not bad at all. And for a modded truck, I would say this leaves nothing to be desired. Having SCS optimization in a modded truck is very rare. I've only seen it a couple of times. So no complaints on that end either. Don't even think about it. Thank you. Maybe I should have thought about it though, because it looks like I missed my turn. Anyway, that's fine. We can go and take this alternative route. In terms of mods enabled, I have Natural Lux of course, but the main star for this map mod is the Sierra Nevada. Currently at version 2.2.9 as I am driving. Oh, that's the jailbreak I'm looking for. Clumsy trucker spotted. There's the Reno airport with an aircraft taking off direct to the mountains. It's one of the riskiest takeoffs I've seen. And when we get to that airport, you'll see it's a very risky airport. No mistakes allowed because the runway is very short. And if you ever do a rejected takeoff or do not take off in time, you don't pick up enough speed, for example, you are going to smash straight into the highway. The runway is aimed directly towards the highway. Not a very healthy design, I would say. Quite funny though. 80, I-80 East. That's not what we want, I think. So we will make a U-turn here somewhere. But yeah, I'm really liking this truck. Provides a very interesting, very different feel versus the traditional ones that we are driving because of the rigid chassis and also because of the double pop full trailer variant. Now, if you are a fan of long nose trucks, I know there are a lot of K100E fans here by Overfloater. Deezle also made an add-on for that, so if you like a rigid chassis variant but you like it on the K100E, that's also available. Just go to the same forum thread that is in the video description for the rigid chassis add-on for the Project 3XX, and you'll see Deezle's profile. Just scroll to his the bottom of his post where it shows his signature, and there's a link there to the K100E add-on that he also made, so you have a choice. But for me in particular, I just want a different one. K100E by Overfloater is one of the best trucks out there. It's my favorite actually. But from time to time we want something different. And this certainly fits that bill. All the variations you can think of. Beautiful. What's not beautiful is this waiting time. But patience. There we go. Heavy. How heavy are we? What the heck? That's the shortest green light ever. 27 tons. No wonder it feels heavy. I think I'm using a 500 horsepower engine. Cummins M11. Maybe not the strongest, but it should do well enough with this kind of load. Now in terms of graphics options, I downscaled to 300% scaling. My system cannot handle it for 100% if it's in Sierra Nevada, because there are some areas where it's pretty taxing. So I played it safe, although I think I did up the traffic to 3. Not sure if it's stuck though. Move to the left, looks like. I'm trying to look for the airport. Where is the airport? Did we pass it already? I hope not. I think it should be somewhere here. Yeah, but this entire area is part of the Sierra Nevada remake. There we go. Let's cruise along at 35 miles as recommended by the signs. That's looking pretty good. And yes, I'm back with Track IR. Gives me a better feel with my setup, with all the bells and whistles, all the accessories I have. Unfortunately, that makes it very hard for the Tobii Eye Tracker. So I have a microphone, a huge microphone, the Blue Yeti, if you're familiar with that, which is covering half of my face. I have the steering wheel. I keep looking left and right because of my monitor. So all in all, eye tracking is not very ideal for my scenario as a recorder, as a content creator, and as a streamer. But for you guys, I think the eye tracker is a very, very interesting option, especially if you are not fond of, wait a minute, I'm just looking here. If you're not fond of wearing a hat or wearing a headset for the clip, like what track IR needs. This is the airport I was talking about. That one. Very short runway. Yeah, you can see how I'm not sure how many feet that is. 2,000 feet. There you go. Plane is taking off. Shortest takeoff roll ever. And if you don't take off in time, you smash right into the highway. Ouch. and then it's not done. Even when you do take off, you can see how close that is to the mountain right there. So you would really have to have a very steep angle, a very high vertical speed, feet per minute, so that you will not smash into the mountain straight ahead. So very risky. I'm not so sure that's how the Reno airport is like. I doubt it, but as long as we have an airport, I'm happy. Thank you, Sierra Nevada. Also, you might have seen a few frame drops here and there. Here, like that one. At least we are falling below 60. Those are some of the work in progress performance optimizations on Sierra Nevada side. But I mean, with the level of detail that we see, all these mountains, I wouldn't be surprised that we get a few frame drops here and there. The GPU is really trying to work hard here. 98% currently. But yeah, I'm happy with how this looks. It's a proper highway. Oh, look at those skies. Care of Natural Lux. It's like a carpet on the skies there. Beautiful. Are we speeding? What's the speed limit here? 65. No, we're not speeding. Just enough. Just within the speed limit right there. You can see? 65 is right on that needle. Oh, I think we are going to exit here now. Because as I mentioned, it's going to be a very short trip. So let's go start applying some jake brakes. 45 miles per hour is the recommended speed through this off-ramp. So let's follow that and not risk it. But yeah, I absolutely love the on and off ramps in this map, in the Sierra Nevada. Because you really feel like you are traveling on a highway. The bends are very gradual. You barely have to move your steering wheel. And that is very welcome. Sorry. That is very welcome. Too much talking. That is very welcome on a triple trailer setup like this. How do you call this a triple trailer if you have a tandem? If you have a rigid chassis? Double pops maybe with a rigid chassis. What do you call that kind of setup? But yeah, you see all the mountains all around you. And even though there are some pop-in issues, it's graphical engine limitation, so I accept that. Eblem and Raul are working, the Team Reforma, they're working as hard as they can to push the limits of the graphics engine that we have in ATS. Nice live cattle trailer. I'm not sure if that's from Traffic Maniac or Sizzle. I'm sure that Love's sign there is from Grimes though. I think it's part of the Real Company's mod that I have enabled for him. Oh, this is the longest left turn ever. Okay, I bet this is our turn. I'm going to start moving already. This takes a while. There we go. Oh, almost died. Engine almost gave out on me there. There we go, thank you. That bus was gorgeous. Respected the right of way and stuff like that. And thank goodness we missed that sports car. There that is. But I bet if we hit that guy, that would give us a very expensive repair bill. Our insurance premiums would probably shoot through the roof there if we hit that guy. By the way, I've seen some of you guys sharing screenshots over at Discord. You've been sharing some screenshots with snow. So I'm guessing Grimes' snow mod is compatible with the latest version now in ATS. And we'll probably switch very soon. Yeah, I'll probably need to pre-record some videos, by the way, because I will be out on the week of Christmas. So I want to have some videos ready by then, so that you can still watch something from me, even if while I'm in Manila, while I'm still in Manila. So yes, I'll probably start pre-recording. So if you have some questions, let's go back to the Q&A. I really like that. Let's go back to the Q&A format. Oh my goodness, did I do this right? I hope so. If you have some questions for me, leave it in the comments below. Or much better, if you can go to the Discord server, leave a question in the questions channel. There's specific questions channel just for that purpose. There we go. Easy peasy. Good test drive of the truck. Nothing fancy. Well, nothing fancy with the drive, but the truck and the add-ons are very fancy. Love the reflections as well, even though you can't see the trucks and the vehicles. But graphical limitations, let's take that. There you go. Anyway, so yes, expect a lot more ATS episodes with this truck. We'll probably need to shorten the trailer though, so we can go outside Nevada. And we'll explore more of Sierra Nevada. Right? Anyway, thank you for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Catch you in the next one. Clumsy Trucking, and bye-bye. Don't forget to hit the like button, right? Like, comment, share, all that stuff. Alright?